The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I represent Bahamian people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Baytown, bro. Boy, I from Baytown, bro. Right between West and Augusta, where them two roads meet, they call it Wilkinson Street. Manners and respect was like a sign blank check. It seems the ones that coming after quick to disrespect. You see, this life in the ghetto never easy. So many hungry days break till it grieve me. Way I doing the best I can, trying to turn my dollar to 100 grand. I represent the ghetto people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Baytown, bro. Boy, I from Baytown, bro. Don't take no back talk, no bribe or no joke.
Good night, Bahamas, and welcome to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. I am your host, Valentino, aka Scoochie Scrooge, or Governor, or MP, host of the talk show Inside the Inner City that premieres every Friday at 6:30 to 8 p.m., except holidays. Telephone numbers tonight are 323-6232, 325-4316, and 325-4259. You can text us, powered by BTC, at 422-GR96. Inside the Inner City Show is a show that finds solution to the country's problem so we could find a way forward, how we could reduce poverty and bring prosperity to the country. We're going through a real serious time with crime, and we have the information that suggests that if we empower people and give them an opportunity to be a part of the economy, we see we can make a lot of changes because it will trickle down and take the screen off of government, because we can then invest in ourselves and many different businesses in the community. Many people could take their different venture and ideas and just be creative. But in order to do that, you also need a guideline to that. So today, as a community leader and a person who always trying to find a solution to the country's problem, especially towards the nation's youth and the direction they're headed in. And I always brainstorming, finding persons out there who are doing great program initiative that is going to benefit the Bahamian people, and it'll be right at their disposal where they won't have to walk out of their community. So today, from the Office of the Prime Minister, Ms. Samantha Rhodes, she cannot be here today, but Stephen Dean, who is one of the senior members of the Urban Renewal Board, he will be in studios in a few minutes, and we'll be discussing the Empower Small Business. I'd like to give my thanks to Eureka Smith. I hope I pronounced it right. Ms. Smith, who has been giving me the information about this great project that is going to be helpful to a lot of Bahamians who probably has a business in the country. And, those who have a business, you might have an idea on what type of business you'd like to go in. You might not have a guideline. So the Office of the Prime Minister was supposed to come in today, but if they cannot, we still can explain it because we got the information from Ms. Smith. Stephen Dean, Managing Director of Urban Renewal, he should be in studios in a few minutes, and he can give you more information on it. But what I'd like for you to do is, if you have a pen and a paper, for those out there coming out of school, the 12th grade, those out there who has an idea on a venture or business you'd like to start, you can take this information after the show is complete, or before the show is completed. I can give you the website. Let me give you the website now. It's www, right? .sdcb, you could just say Bahamas.com, okay? www.sbdcbahamas.com, okay? The head office number, listen, people, this is the customer service number. You can call at 461-7232 or 242-461-7233 or 242-461-7234. And you could also WhatsApp at that number is 242-359-0626. Okay? And this information is available for you guys to make it easier for you guys. Okay? This is an opportunity for you guys, male, female, who has an idea. Some people might have an existing business. They might need some information. They may need some self-direction. Well, the Empower Small Business program that was launched last week in the Nassau Village Community Center will assist you. Okay? So I got Mr. Stephen Dean. Everyone knows Mr. Stephen Dean. He was a senior corp on the Royal Bahamas Police Force. He was a superintendent. He's been a long-standing community police, meaning his focus was how to help empower individuals in the community and the country at large. And his portfolio is working to urban renewal. I met Mr. Dean over 20-something years, and he's continued to be a part of the development of the country. But today, we want him to come in the studios today to talk about the Empower Small Business. Then if we have enough time, we'd like to talk about the urban renewal and why they are partnershiping with the Empower Small Business. So, Mr. Stephen Dean, it's a pleasure to have you on Guiding Radio. Yes, sir. You can put the mic on. Phone's on.
Yeah.
That's your mic.
Okay, it's a distinct pleasure of mine to be here with you. I know you're Scrooge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem.
And I want to say that I'm very proud of you.
Thank you,
I
sir.
know from whence you came, and you are an absolute example of what can happen, what God can do in the lives of individuals. And I think people have stepped in and give you an opportunity.
Yes, sir.
What I created too is a conveyor belt. A lot of people want the conveyor belt. Someone took you off the conveyor belt.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes,
And this
sir.
is the results of what happened when you take up that conveyor belt. Because the conveyor belt today is in you going to let a life of debt, crime, and in prison. That's the end results.
That is the end
So
result.
someone took you off, and I'm so proud of you to be sitting here with you to see. And I can give you a testimonial for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to thank you very much. So for the young guys out there, young females out there as well, there's still hope. All you have to do is let someone, listen, if you change the way you think and you allow people to assist you, right? Just listen. Don't get so angry and just listen. And you never know what is going to happen, who you're going to be surrounded with to take you to the next level, to get you out of your life of stress. So, Mr. Dan, last week we were at the Nassau Village Community Center, which is a beautiful community center. I love those kind of stuff.
Yes,
anything
yes.
that is dealing with uplifting and going to empower the Bahamian people, I am all for it. Okay, I'm all for it. So there's a new community center building in Nassau
Indeed.
Village.
Very
I
beautiful.
think just but finished, right?
It's occupied.
It's occupied now.
Programs are being run from there now.
So just recently, I was invited by the Office of the Prime Minister, Samantha Rowe, to come to the opening of the Empower Small Business to the Nassau Village
Right.
Community Center.
Right.
And the aim of this whole idea is to bring the Empower Small Business to the people inside the inner city, across the country. So there's nothing we're going to leave out, Mr. Dean.
Right.
And that's
Right.
the design. We had a lot of people say they don't have bus money to come down by the Office of the Prime Minister or go
Right.
to.
Right.
What's the building name down there across from Super Value, where they do the small business, the Moxie building.
Yes.
So a lot of people would say they can't get there to go and follow the information, or it's a little difficult. So now the government and the Office of the Prime Minister, along with the partnership, have decided that they're going to take it to the people and use the urban renewal centers around the country to put the Empower Small Business program in there. Could you tell us a little bit about
Well,
it?
first I want to ask the executive director, Samantha Rowe.
Go ahead. So my
Yeah,
bad.
Samantha Rowe and her wonderful team there at the Small Business Development Center. We want to commend them for the work that they have been doing. And they are looking at how they can be expanding every day. So what better connection that they've made with the Urban Renewal Authority? You know, I'm the managing director of the Urban Renewal Authority right now. We have a wonderful team there, and we have urban renewal centers strategically placed in New Providence in about 15 areas, 15 communities. Our people are on the ground. And you know, back from the old days when we were urban renewal right there on the farm road, and,
Yes, sir.
and the wonderful things that we did together. And so we have the pulse. We can feel the pulse of the people on the ground. We understand what the small man is saying. We understand what the mom and pop stores are saying. We understand the fellow who was forced to open up a business because the tedious procedures he had to go through to get a license, and so he's just operating, you know. So, but I think help is on the way, and this is strategic, and this is going to benefit the people, particularly in those areas where help is needed. So we were delighted to partner with them, and it was a no-brainer when we were approached. It was a no-brainer when we were approached. And I can tell you that this whole Empower project is looking at persons. You might have had a dream of getting a business. You might have looked around and say, how is it I can't get this business? The opportunity is now. We want to bring the dream to reality now. Because a lot of people have some dreams. They have some thoughts. It could be a barber shop. It can be a tire place. It could be anything. And we want to help. So what happened now through this project is bringing the service to the people.
To the people.
It's bringing it to the people.
So no one get no excuse of saying I can't.
Yes,
I don't have no
yes,
bus money,
yes,
or
yes.
I don't have a computer, or I ain't got no one helping me with it. It's right in your community.
Right in the community.
Yeah.
And the urban renewal centers can serve as a hub that you can even come there. If you don't get some of it's online registration. If you can't do it, you could go to the center. You will get the help. And then there's a number of training courses that are coming up right very shortly that we're encouraging everybody to come to these training, which is strategic. And if they can come there, it will help them, which is part and parcel is mandatory, you know, of these training. They have one tomorrow morning at the Edmund Moxley Center.
Yes.
So all who are interested for these respective areas, the targeted areas that we have, we want you to come to this training tomorrow. And that's not the only date. On March 25th at Aaron Bailey School, there's another training there. So we want persons to get involved in this program, and the government is prepared to help you. And it's a cap of 5,000 to get a jump start. Many successful in this country told you that they had that 5,000, and that was the impetus, that was the jump that they need to move on. You should not be getting more than $250,000 a year over in business revenue. You should not have more than 5 persons employed. You know, so that means I can start as a by myself. You know, John can start if he lives through McCullough Corner. He can start Food Shop Corner. He can start his business. He don't have to leave the community. He can operate right there. And so many help talking about how tedious it is to get these business license.
Yes.
This programs help you, take you step
by step.
Right?
So don't get frustrated.
No.
You don't need to get frustrated.
You don't need to get frustrated.
Okay? Don't walk away. Just go through the procedure.
And it's so easy. Come involved and get involved in the training. It's being offered to you. So Edmund Moxley is just a stone throw road for a lot of us.
Yes.
So walk there, catch a ride there. If you want to do it, this is an opportunity, because many people say, "Oh, nothing to do." This is for everybody. This is for the fellow who might have had an infraction with the law.
And he can't find work.
He can't find work.
And he make look at the old Lord right there and rent it from somebody and put up a car wash.
Indeed.
And he's self-sustainable now.
Indeed.
And he was also paying the self-employed national insurance.
He get a lawnmower. And, you see some people just riding down with a lawnmower. When they get a bicycle and have a lawnmower. You get jobs, people want their yard cut, you clean up, you show, it's just so much you can do.
And if you plan properly, you might could get a ride or the $5,000 so that could be a transportation, is how you budget.
There's no question about it.
They want to teach you these things.
There's no question about it, So we're gonna look at areas like the Centerville area.
Yes.
Would be and the being in Grantstown in particular. The Angliston, St. Barnabas, Marathon, the Fox Hill, Nassau Village, Freetown, and those areas. This is just phase 1, because some people are asking, why is it not all through Nassau?
You got to start somewhere.
You want to start
you have to start
and get it going. The other areas are phase 2.
Yes.
But based on the intelligence, it's critical to come in these areas here
Yes,
now.
that's where the most variety of people
Yes,
is who are
that's
suffering
the
the
bulk.
most.
That's the bulk.
Yes.
You must come here right away. Right away. Not that we, being against those people in those areas, they will get their opportunity. But this is phase one. And I'm going to tell you the team, they have a group of professionals. These are professional people.
Yes.
And these are people who understand, who can come down to your level. They're not high up there. They're down to your level. So the process becomes much easier once you're being guided.
Yeah.
And nobody's stereotyping you. You come with your rasta here, you come, nobody is.
And you might be, and don't get upset.
Yes.
Or you might be illiterate. That means
Yes,
that you might
yes,
can't
right.
write properly or read properly. Well, that don't mean you can't do a business. Okay. You could get the proper training. You know.
You will be surprised what people can do. And
Yes.
I look. There's so much talent. The years I've spent working in these inner city, there's so much talent here. I just want to deviate for a minute. At music program, when we
Yes.
started the marching band
Yes, I
around here,
remember.
and these kids, people said they wasn't going to learn the music. They are professionals. Some of
Yes.
them have went away to university.
Yes,
They're doing so much
yes,
wonderful
yes.
things. You just got to give people
An
a start
opportunity.
and an opportunity. Correct.
A lot of them in the jungle groups as well.
Yes,
When
and-
you hear the music at Bay Street, that's the same kids and stuff. I can
Indeed.
remember a lot of the kids
Yes,
that
indeed.
you had involved.
And so you can you could start a store selling junk and stuff.
Yes,
You
yes.
can be able to repair musical instruments.
Yes.
You could
Fix phone, buy phone.
It's so much.
So much things
It's
you can do.
It's so much.
You know, you could
It's so
order
much.
stuff. You could
It's
be
so much.
import,
It's
export.
so much.
and,
Yes, man.
You know,
It's just a wonderful program. So you can become a business entrepreneur. You can do just what you see some other people here making it so successful.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we see the end results of success. I believe that somebody had a silver spoon in their mouth. Most of these people will tell you that they had a story.
they start off small. Everyone start off small.
They start off small.
Bamboo
You know?
Shack, Missy
Yeah,
Nintendo, right
everybody-
down here.
Yes, there's no.
Pewdie Bakery.
Yes, it's no
Sunshine
question.
Boys.
There's no question about
Yes,
it.
yes,
So people
yes,
had them.
yes.
So we want to get asked, particularly, while I'm not being biased, our young men are wondering. We are losing our young men.
Yes, sir.
We are asking our young men, you have an opportunity. Yes, you might have been to prison. Yes, you might have run afoul with the law. Yes, you might have had a problem here and there. This is the time to turn around.
Yes, and because it's a great opportunity.
It's a great
You
opportunity.
might want to do a hot dog stand.
Indeed.
You might want to do coconut water, but you could be professional. But you get your
Yeah.
cups. You get it right in.
Yes.
You make sure that when you finish cracking open your coconut, you have the garbage removed in a timely fashion because it also needs the cleanliness. Keep your spot clean. But you have the latest set of equipment. This is an awesome opportunity for you guys
It's
for
awesome.
the whole bombers to get
It's
yourself
an
involved.
awesome program, and I think, and it's going to be expanded to the Family Islands. So everything is in the stages.
Yes.
But we have to clear up the bulk that is here.
Yes.
And the responses are going very positive. People are registering. People are looking for this opportunity. This is it.
Yes,
Some people are
yes,
saying this is it.
Yes,
You know?
and be creative. You could look around your community and see where you and somebody could work together. You and someone could partner together.
Yeah.
Or a young lady could be a cosmetologist. And could do nails. You as a barber could say, what? That's a nice little porch there with my mother have. Let's see if we could pay the light bill right
Yes,
there,
yes.
and let's go there.
Yes,
You
yes.
do the cosmetology,
Yes.
I do the barbering.
Yes.
Because some people still girls want to get a hairline cut and stuff like that. I can do that, and
Yes.
we work together. What we need to do is just work together and make sure we don't argue.
Yes.
Teach self-discipline, hospitality as well, and we could go from there. You could make something happen.
And you could be so creative, and sometimes it could be what do you call home-based sometimes.
Yes.
What we call home-based businesses.
Like
you
around
could
COVID time.
And you could get call out.
Yes.
Because I see what is the thing now in some professional business places, they are calling a barber to come to their workplace to get their hair cut there.
yes.
So not necessarily
Mobile.
all the time. While we want you to work to have your building of your own, but you can start. You can start. Because you could do a mobile business.
Yes.
People doing mobile tire repair. People doing mobile car wash. It's so much you can do. And so the key thing is that the idea. Don't let that idea or don't let that dream die. Because you say, I can't do it. I don't have the funds. This is your jump start right now.
Yes. You want to take this call?
I can take it.
Okay, we're gonna take this call. Go ahead, caller. You're on inside the inner city on Guardian Radio.
Good evening, Mr. Valentino Brown.
Hey, good evening, sir.
Hello, good
Hey,
evening.
teacher.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I have a question. I think your guest may be able to answer it.
Go ahead.
I'm aware of persons who are in prison who would come out and do some day work, get their earnings, and return to prison in the evening. And then when they are released, then they get their, the bigger portion of their funds, or however it works out. Like, my question basically is, technically, the record of being convicted of a crime is not preventing them from gainful employment in that situation. However, I'm looking at another case now, or another situation now, scenario, where persons who have a record and outside seeking a job, but they're actually prohibited from getting the job because they can't get a clean police record, but the record may be lingering there for 5 years. I'm sick. I heard you mention a gas station and some other stuff, and I think that that's where I saw persons who would come out and go back, so to speak, and they have good behavior. They're working well. But as I said, I'm looking at on the other side of the coin where persons who are already no longer in prison but have some sort of record and they can't get a prison record to go and apply for that similar gas station pump attendant job. So I want to find out how that, the balancing and how that really works out can be done to accommodate persons who really want to work, but the record is holding them back for 5 years. And I'm not talking about only just self-employment now. To be employed, to get a regular income, and then they can also do additional things with their time. Because it seems as though it's good for one, but it's not good for another. I want to know actually how is that possible, and now the other one is not possible.
Well, I can tell you that there are a number of persons who have been incarcerated and came out, and their lives have turned around. What the prison have, not holding too much brief for them, but I can tell you with my affiliation with them, Mr. Clare, I must give
He is a good.
I'm telling you, very visionary. And what is happening up there, the transformation that is happening at the Bahamas Department of Correction needs to be highly commended. What he's doing with the work release program, because some of these young men go out now, they're working in different business places, and some of them, or most of them, sometimes they get employment right there once they finish.
Yes, sir.
But sometimes it has to be about you too.
Changing.
You have to want to change now. You have to want to change, so you make the step. So that happens to a lot of young men. Those are the persons who want to get employed. What we are saying now, you don't have to go and work for anyone. This program, you could start your own business. You could you could even be thinking about it in the future. Say, boy, once I get my record clear, once I get back in society, I really have a business idea.
Yes.
I have a business idea. Because I'm going to tell you, in the prison, the people are being trained as carpenters, they've been trained. It's just so much. What we're talking about now, this is powerful. It's unlimited. Any idea you have, it can be done.
Yeah, and also to support what Mr. Dane is saying, you got to remember now, some people who in prison might do a murder charge and charged with murder. That's not going to come off no time soon. So are they going to be stagnated in the community? They can't find a way, because you can't go to the hotel, you can't go to the government, because these people, have gas and that's your pass. Now, we want to give you a second chance, but they ain't going to be in the hotel. It can't be the Royal Bahamas Police Force. It can't be the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, because you have a record. Now, there's a program that they have that distinguish small possessions of expungement
program.
Now, if you could go through that and get your police record clear. But just say that don't wake up. And there's nothing happening for you, like a lot is not happening for a lot of individuals on the street. Then you might won't be a coconut vendor. So what you do, your police record is not going to interfere on you going to get a business license from the urban, from the small business development. It's you going there and pulling out your form, going through the procedure. Now, it's you that when you get your business started, you have to give up a life of crime. It's up to you. You can't be going back and forth. You got to try. Business is not just going to take off and you're going to get rich instantly. You got to say, well, let me just like I been going in and out of jail, and I was so serious then to go in and out of jail. Let me use that same screen to put into my small business. Let me put it in my car wash. Let me get some cards. Let me put my uniform on. Let me get my 2 guys. Let me get my vacuum, and let me go out there and show people that I am seriously committed. That when you park your car here to me, and if there's any change, if there's 50 cents on the car floor, it would still be there when they come back. If there's a phone left in the car,
indeed.
And the person say, you know what?
Indeed.
And
Indeed.
That's what it's about.
Indeed.
So
Indeed.
you have to be responsible.
You have to be, and nothing that's going to be just thrown in your lap.
No.
But you have to meet it halfway.
Yes.
But what is critical, and I want to keep reemphasizing, is you're going to get business training.
Yes.
You're not just
They
going
teach
to
you
say,
that.
they're going to teach you how to operate a business,
Yes.
how to save, how to balance the accounts, how to do everything there.
And this don't have nothing to do with no police record.
No, this have nothing to do with a police record. You'll get guidance and the license and they don't ask you for no police record, so to speak.
To start your own business.
Yeah, to start your own business, so to speak. But but I'm just saying to you, that is something you can do. And we while we are here saying what is not happening, there are a lot of young men out there who have turned their life around
Yes.
and have businesses operating.
Yes, I've seen it with my own
Yeah,
eyes.
that's what I'm
A lot
saying
of
to
people
you.
ask me,
Yes.
and a lot of them they take advice from me, listening to the show and stuff like that.
And Scrooge, what better example of a person like you who can talk to these young men?
Yes, sir. That's
you
true.
you live it, because
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of us ain't lived this thing.
No.
We know what we talking about. We reading from the book.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
That's
you
true.
talking about life experience.
Yes, sir. That's true. That's
You could tell a fella, I was there.
true. Yes, sir.
This is how I get out.
Yeah, and when they go to prison, guys just tell them about me. So
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they go
yeah,
there,
yeah.
they say, if you know the guy
Yeah.
on the radio
Yeah,
talking,
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
is,
yeah,
they have this
yeah,
discussion
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
think that guy
yeah,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah. You're facing the community.
that's the end of the story.
So I'm thinking you could promote this program so
Yes,
much.
sir.
you
I
know?
love this. I love this.
Yeah, you
Anything
could-
deals with helping the baby
Yeah,
people,
you
I'm
can.
all for
You
it.
can do this. I'm telling you that. It's just amazing the passion the persons at the Small Business Development Center had for this. The overall minister Alcides. So they have just the word and just how you hear them speak. They want because I watch person's voice.
Yes, sir.
And then I said these people got it from their heart. It's coming from their heart.
I think it's over $90 million
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
already invested.
Yeah,
$90 million
yeah,
in
they've
a lot of
invested.
small
Yes,
business all
they're-
around
they're
town. So you
right.
can't say
Yes.
no one is getting reach, okay?
Yes.
Over 90 million.
Yeah.
Now I do my research and I read the newspaper
Yeah.
on a regular basis.
Yes.
Over 90 million has been given
Yeah.
into the small
'Cause
business.
this program,
development.
I think, is kind of cap around 500,000 now. This is a quick program they're trying to get in here, but we want to. You can get help, so get some of that money.
Yes.
With a good business plan, a good business, you could start.
You could start a little bakery. Girls could do, like I
Yeah.
say, cosmetology,
Yeah.
nails,
Yes.
hair, whatever females think about this. You got a chance to do something in your yard, or
Yeah.
you and your friend, or someone could get together. You can't just wait to Kentucky all your life,
Yeah.
Learn the recipe, and you can start doing
Yeah.
little Kentucky Fried Chicken home. That's that. That's
Yeah,
learn the recipe.
Indeed.
We can take this next call.
Yes.
Go ahead, caller. You're on Inside the Inner City.
Scrooge, I always pay attention to you on Fridays. Mandel here. It's always a pleasure. But Scrooge, this one is extremely exciting to hear yourself and Mr. Stephen Dane, whom I salute inside there. He's one of the few crime prevention specialists in our country, a technical skill that we need more of. And I was elated when I first learned of the knowledge of that skill through him and my father, former a police officer, Mr. Stanley Toot, who worked along with Mr.
Stanley
Dane
Toot.
also.
Yeah. From Firehouse. They locked me up. Stanley Toot.
So, to hear Mr. Dane now serving our country in the capacity that he is, where he's in a position where he can help offenders that's going through our rehabilitative process be able to become more productive citizens and speak to their aspirations in terms of this particular initiative that he's a part of and leading. I just wanted to commend him because some 20 years ago, Scrooge, these kinds of things weren't available to fellas like us.
No.
You understand? And so for us, people hear our passion because we know that it's these kinds of avenues that we hoped for some 20 years ago when we were going through the system.
Yeah.
And to know that these kinds of avenues now exist, I could recall my days of sitting in the remand center dreaming of that car wash, like you say, Scrooge, dreaming of running that business with whatever skill sets that we had run the road with. And so to see that they're now created an avenue where fellas can transfer those skills into meaningful businesses, I think is powerful. And I always say that a lot of times I'm of the view that a lot of our young people or just individuals on the whole, they say the devil find things to do with idle hands is because we're not being as innovative as we can and as aggressive as we can to get the right thing into our people's hands. And so
I salute this initiative. And Mr. Dean, I speak to it as if there is some young man or some young woman sitting down into the prison listening to you right now and saying, wow.
Yes.
They're hearing, they understand what's going on, and I'm going to take that avenue. There is some young man sitting down in the prison right this minute on remand or even doing his time that's listening to you, sir. And the light is going off. And he just will need the guidance of how to transition from that life that ended him in prison or wherever to now being a productive citizen in our society. Whether that's a mop, a broom, some of the biggest businesses we have in this country started off from just mere effort. Whether that be Frank Hanna, whether that be a lot of other things. In Bioscape, I remember the owner told me he started with a rake, a lawnmower, and a dustpan or something like that.
You mean Byron?
Big businesses. Yes. And so I want to encourage our young people in particular or our at-risk individuals in our society that have gone through our systems, our justice systems, and need a helping hand up to pay attention to people like Mr. Dean, those who know what they're doing. And Mr. Dean, I just want to salute you for the work that you're doing, not just as a former police officer, but this work here in particular, having been on the side of policing and seeing the carnage that's out there. Thank you for coming back, sir, and helping to do some of this repair work versus just the prosecution work. So hats off to you, Scrooge. Continue doing what you're doing, brother.
Thank you, sir. And it's excellent, because I spend a time in law enforcement, not just with locking up the person. What happens to that individual? What happens to that individual? Because all of us are connected. I have families who might have been run afoul with the law. All of us can have a testimony of somebody who's been touched and who wants to make this difference right now. So community policing has been my base all years, working with the people in the community, the downtrodden. And this is such an excellent program because we have wonderful people at our urban renewal centers. I got to give a shout out to our deputy director who's there, Lilibet Longley. And then we have wonderful ministers in urban renewal. We have Minister Keith Bell, Minister Lisa Ramming, and all of them were involved in the urban renewal program when they were on the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Yeah. So life comes right around, It's amazing, So I think it was strategic that where they were placed. Yeah. And all of us worked together. Yes. We had this passion. So we have a lot of civilian staff, and they're doing excellent work at all these centers. And so urban renewal, strategically, they will be like a hub. They will be the guides to look at these businesses. Because what we don't want in some of these communities, people saying that they in living through this corner, but they ain't got nothing to do with this corner. So they're taking from the small man through McCullough Corner or Two Chop Corner or Dead Cat Alley. When the fella can get a job, someone else who have it, but they purport themselves to be in here. So we'll do the checks to make sure that everything is verified. If you say you live through Peter Street, you must live through Peter Street.
Yeah, the technology is there now.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying to you. So we got to give these people an opportunity to let them know that they don't have to travel far, because some implications people cannot cross over, the border lines and all these type of things. What happens in these inner cities. So, but we want to change that myth. We want to change that thing around. And I think this has a lot to do with this. The registration closes on the 23rd, I think. So you have a few more days. This was open for a little while. People are just jumping into it. So we want you to come to Edmund Moxie Center tomorrow, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. With your ideas, ready to go, ready to get the little training. You must attend one or two of the training because you have one more training left. I think that's on the 25th at Aaron Bailey. So you have to start. So we cannot bring it to your bedroom. If you go to the training, that means you want to do it. Yeah. That means you want to do it. So you have to want to do it first.
So those who have an extended business right now with a small business can apply.
Yes.
And those who want to come up with a creative idea for small business, this is their chance.
Yes. This is the jump. This is it. Like you say, and like a lot of us say, had we had these opportunities when we were growing up, this is a wonderful opportunity.
My car washer to be in Bowman, boy. Because I had my grill right there.
Yeah, you had the grill rolling.
Yeah, the car
you know what I'm saying? Washing the car, selling things off the grill.
Yes.
It's a package.
And let me just say this. You can't get mad at the Chinese. You can't get mad at the Haitian nationals. You see how they have their small businesses. Let me explain something to you. The Chinese sell a variety of different items. They sell shirts, they sell rum, they sell grocery items, right? All in one stop shop. You could take that away. Meaning we still would go to the Chinese to buy from them wholesale, but imagine this. if I'm a young man and I see, some guys need some T-shirt and boxes, why not let me go into the T-shirt and boxes business, and then some other things could come along. You might say to yourself, let me go in the phone business. Mm-hmm. So you're taking away customers from the Chinese. That means instead of me walking to the Chinese, right? Yes. I can stop by you. Mm-hmm. You understand? Because you have one of the products I need. But if 10 of us or 15 of us in one small community has different products, we go here. I can go get my breakfast from there. I can go get my lunch from here. I can go get my socks from here. I can go get my fruits and vegetables from here. But all is situated in the community. So what we do, we create an economy in that environment.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things we do, we want you to do it the right way. There's some people washing cars. There's some people just washing cars, getting some money. There's some people doing this, painting somebody's house and just doing it. We want you to get a business. Yes. Don't let nobody take advantage of you. So that you can make an offer, you can put a proposal. Not just what they want to pay you. You could put a proposal, say, to paint your house, based on my experience, this is what it costs.
Yes.
And I can give you your invoice, because you become professionals.
Yeah, and that means now we signing contracts now, because sometimes you do a job for a person and they don't pay you.
Yes.
You understand? And you ain't sign no agreement. You understand? So you would sign an agreement.
Now you become this professional business. People cannot take advantage of you. So the opportunities to help you be that outstanding business person. So the law cannot come there and say you are operating the business without a license.
Yeah, selling coconut water on the side of the road.
It could be anything, and then you got a small infraction.
Yes.
It's on the book. So so what we are saying to you, we want to help that type of person, that they can do it the right way. We start these 30 days joints, and people, you got to go here and sell in mama house, you got to buy a cookie and cream. We want to get it the right way.
Yes, and also, I want to say this. It's not just for the guys, it's for everyone.
Everybody.
The 12 graders, listen to me. All the 12 graders in school now, and 11 graders in school right now who getting ready to graduate.
No question.
Okay?
Yes.
You guys should take advantage of this immediately, because guess what? We get a tourism industry out there. You could go into sports, water sports, but one thing you're going to have to do now is be professional now. We just had an incident where some of our water sports guys them have gone contrary, alleged. But what we have to do is correct that. It's a business. And I like how they say that no guy who operating a jet ski can go on a jet ski with a tourist. I like that. Because what they're supposed to do, the jet ski operator is supposed to be riding alongside the tourist, never on the jet ski with a tourist. We got to keep it professional, because we come there. Millions of guests come to the Nassau, Bahamas to spend money. We all looking for an opportunity to create good revenue. It's a good revenue, but we cannot mix business with pleasure. That is a no, and I'm glad it is not a. It's a little black spot, but it can be corrected. All right, but listen. There's a lot of money in the tourism industry as a small business owner. The souvenir business you could clean up. Listen to me. The souvenir, conch shells and stuff like that. Man, listen, man, you could get 100 conch shells, clean them up. Listen to me, man. Go sit down on time. And if you paint them and do two little things like that, man, listen, there's so much. Mr. Dan, I was amazed when I saw the people from the deaf. What is this place named? The deaf and Tingham School, right? The Performing Arts School.
Yes.
I downtown, Mr. Dan. Mm-hmm. And I pass and grab by the cruise ship, because I like to go and get some fresh air, because over the hill different than Bay Street. Yeah. And as I walk in, Mr. Dan, the lady, she blind, right? She there doing something crocheting. Mm-hmm. The gentleman who deaf, and the next lady who partly disabled, they working together, and guess what, Mr. Dan? Mm-hmm. They have some of the best souvenirs that I ever see. It look like they come from the factory from China or United States of America. Mr. Dan, on how they was professional, on how they designed their slippers, on how they designed their purse. Mr. Dan, it looked like Mr. Dan, I had to go, and I asked one who could listen. And I asked them, do y'all do it yourself? They said, we do this at the Performing Arts Center. They so good with their hands, and they have their small business, and sometimes they be right downtown by the wharf. Yeah. So if they could do it, listen, if they could do it, and they making good money, Mr. Dan. If you see the products, Mr. Dan, you can swear this come from China. Mm-hmm. You can swear this come from the USA of America. Like it's the stitching, Mr. Dan. It was so perfect. So you can do it if the people like them who are disabled and they're not disabled.
Yeah, the creativity is there. And I saw the other day. I saw a guy who's in and out of prison. Now he's a little musician, making his money, doing well. So people can opportunities. Once you create this is an opportunity was created for you. We're
Yes.
providing it for you. All the excuse, but nobody helping me. I can't find that nobody believe in me. You got to start believing yourself now, and this can happen.
They have motorbikes out there now. They get some new bicycles
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Them bicycles with the chain that they play out now, they get different motorbikes out there. What you guys could go and invest in as a small business, be selling. They have motor power engine and stuff like that. But you take this last call. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry about that. I'm calling again, and I usually don't call, but with the time change, I got more freedom here. Now, you mentioned jet ski. Sorry.
Yes.
I am just coming from abroad, down in Caribbean, Tobago to be exact, and I noticed that jet ski operators are required to use helmets.
Yes.
I'm not certain if that's a requirement here in the Bahamas, but that is part of the safety precaution that a jet ski operator use helmet, and also the lifeguards use jet ski and helmets, and they also patrol the sea, the ocean, so that operators also,
Compliant.
so to speak, someone who is actually supervising them
Yes.
and supervising the guests as well.
Yes.
To see everything goes well.
I
So
think-
we can improve as we
Yes.
also implement certain standards across the board.
Yes,
across
sir.
our region, etc.
I'm glad that the supervising thing. You should have someone there who in charge of all the jet ski to make sure they going by the regulation, because the tourists are there and there's a lot of business to be made out there. And I listen. So
I saw, I must put this plug for the Royal Bahamas Police Force. I saw them have a special, the commissioners have a special unit
I
now.
see it
Just
now.
focus
Yes,
on the
I like
jet
it. That's
ski
why I
part.
say it.
Yes. So I thought that was good.
Yes.
I thought it was
I
excellent.
saw it myself when they said that they
Yeah.
make sure that no jet ski operator is going to be allowed to drive again with the tourists on a jet ski no more. They're like what teachers saying, they'd have someone supervising it from above the line to
Indeed.
make sure. Yes, you should. You should. Even though we're supposed to show hospitality, there's certain things you should not be allowed to do because they are customers. They are visiting the Bahamas, and you should be professional at all times. Even when you own a business, you have to be professional at all times. It's like you own a bar and there's so much female coming in the bar. You can't have a relationship with every female coming in the bar because your business would fail. You can imagine you own a bar, Mr. Dan, and every pretty woman you see coming there, you like us the bar water. You can give away all your booze. Look here. All the profit.
Business going. Out the window. Business going.
So that's why it's important to get this information and go do your
get
training.
the training. It's a discipline.
It's a
So
discipline.
you get the discipline.
Yes,
I
yes,
think that's what business
yes.
persons get, the discipline, and you got to make some sacrifices.
Yes.
You can't be making the money and going to the cash register,
Yes.
borrowing money at the cash register.
Yes,
You
and-
got a savings plan, pay your bills.
Yes.
So
Because you get your light bill, you get this bill.
all these type of things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Dan, I don't know what to say. This is such a great program, but like I said, females as well. Take advantage of the
Yes, no
opportunity.
question about it.
There are a lot of places around that you could turn
Yeah.
yourself into a small
Yeah.
business. Some
Yeah.
of you are talented.
Yes.
Some of you are bakers. You
Yeah.
want an opportunity
All
to go in a little baking business. You can start a little small home baking business.
Yeah.
Some people want to sell alive on BTC. You can do these things. You just go be selling alive in BTC right on your porch. Just put your sign a contract on BTC alive. You get your small business and just stuff like that. You could go from there. You understand? There's so much things you can do. Just be creative.
Yeah.
Just be creative. Mr. Dan, you would like to say anything to?
Well, I'll just say generally, I employ particularly our young men and our young ladies to get involved in this program. It's very important because sometimes opportunity knocks once while there might be other opportunities, but this is your opportunity right now. Don't procrastinate. Don't put this off. Don't let it ride. Don't let this impede you from not going to the workshop, for the training at Edmund Moxie tomorrow. Make some sacrifice tonight. Get in early to make you sure that you go there. But I just want to commend Samantha Roll and the team at the Small Business Development Center for the commendable work that they continue to do and the work that they want to do to help people. So it's tell the fact that they wanted to come in these areas to tell that they wanted to help our people.
They want to reach.
They wanted to help our people. So I don't want it being, and I want the staff who's working in urban renewal, I must say commendations out to them and our co-chairs, Algernon Allen, right under Algernon Allen Casey and
Ms. Francis.
Diana Francis.
She,
and all
that was
that.
my neighbor for many
Yes,
years.
yes,
That's my neighbor.
Yeah, our permanent secretary was Reginald Sanders, and and I can tell you our team there, Lily Mae Longley, Miss Bow, and the whole crew there at Urban Renewal who have been working so hard. Now, center managers, I must lay it out to our center managers. It's not here only in New Providence, it's in Grand Bahamas and our family islands, and so I want to say thanks to all of them for the sacrifice that they can have made. You can never always pay these people for the work that they do. But the key thing is taking care of our people. And one thing I learned from our former commissioner of police, Mr. Green, said he always said, care, respect, and trust. That's what's guaranteed. Care, respect, and trust. And I think that's what the people want to see from us. That's what they want to see from government, care, respect, and trust.
Because it's trickling on. Question, Mr. Dan. You're a director, managing director at Urban Knoll. Just recently, my neighbor, I ain't gonna call where they were. There was a fire, right? My cousin Dexter, he lives next door. A little baby was in this room, and his father was in this room. And neighbors, that's why I say a community is based upon individuals who care and love one another. Now, I was inside cleaning up my room because, I ain't nasty. The whole week, I do that. You know when you're tired sometimes, right? So I say, Sunday, let me just go clean up. So I heard in the background someone calling me. Say, Scrooge, you come here. Scrooge, you come. Fire. So now, Mr. Dan, I just went to the fire distinguished place right there in Palmdale. And I bought, because I getting ready to open my restaurant, so I bought like 6 fire extinguishers. Listen, people. That's why it's so important. Listen to me, people. Buy a fire extinguisher. Urban Knoll, I think they're going to have to be able to go in these communities and see how we can get some fire extinguishers in there and some fire alarms.
Well, we have gotten some smoke detectors.
Yes.
We have that. Quite recently, you onto something that we was able to partner the Bahamas Insurance Association, donate to a lot of these communities. We have to donate.
I saw it.
To the communities.
Cameras as well.
And we intend to expand that program because we realize that if you could get a jump start, if you could get that alert, if you could just get the alert before the fire, just from starting, you could move out in time.
Yes.
You might could save your home too.
Yes.
You might could do a lot of things. So prevention, because I'm heavy on prevention.
Yes.
So we got to look at how we prevent things from happening.
Not
worry about when the fire doesn't happen. It's preventing it.
And that's right.
Yes.
So same thing. So I'm glad you on come here today.
Yes.
So I got a call now, Mr. Dan. When they say fire, right? I go on to run outside. So when I run outside, I go on to run outside. So I say, hold on, fire. So I say, let me get one bucket of water. Now, mind you, I tell you, I buy 6 fire extinguishers. But I tell you, even you can lose, you can forget. Right? So when I go on to get the bucket of water, because I know it's a one-room place. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? That's why I say we have the odds. That's why I say empowerment is so important so that we could get people out of these positions they're in.
No question.
Okay? So anyway, I ran to get the bucket of water. So the person said, it's going. So now when I run out, I catch myself. I got the fire extinguisher right here. I told you I just bought it about 2 months prior. Thank God. Listen. Thank God.
Yes.
I grabbed the fire extinguisher. So when I run to the room, the guy was in there and he was trying to throw a bucket of water. What do you do that for? Wow. I don't know. I have seen a lot of fires, but this is my first time being in close proximity in the start. When he threw a bucket of water, Mr. Dan, that fire exploded. I'm a puff of smoke come out there. I say, I almost dead. And I just gone to the door, so I had to take the fire extinguisher, right? And it's powerful. So, and I do like that, right? And that was what put the fire out. If that fire extinguisher wasn't there, I don't care how much water we had, we couldn't get that out. So it's important of these fire extinguishers. That's why Urban Knoll, like I say, is a great program. We need to put, how could we, persons like myself who in the community help. See, I take care of community. Listen to me. I take care of my whole community. I clean up right now. I'm cleaning up my whole community as long as government helping as well. But I take care of my community, right? How like person like us could be a direct partner to make sure we can bring this information. We need some fire extinguishers. How could we get the fire?
But I understand what you're saying. But you know what I'm saying? Corporate Bahamas out there. Most time they've been good. They're prepared to make donations, but they want to see something structured, something organized. It's going in the right place where you say you want it to go. Not get the fire extinguishers and then you start selling them to people.
House by house.
House by house.
We going to deliver them house by house.
And those who need it.
Who need it?
Who cannot afford it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, and so I think
fire detector as well.
That is the partnership that we can look at working in, and we could have
block by block, street by street,
have some discussions.
Because we know each individual, and just say go this street, and then we go this street. We advertise it on the radio, say we be in this particular area, and we're gonna give them fire.
You really want to give them a fighting chance.
Because Mr. Dan,
listen to me. I know
that was gone.
Yeah, I know. But the grace of God, you was an angel.
And
wasn't injured.
And the thing about this, his son wake him up. His son was about 2 or 3 years old. And his son wake him up. Listen to this day, and this is the mattress. That's why I say God with people.
Yeah.
Praise God. When we go on and we like distinguish a little bit, right? And you could see when we pull the mattress out, because the mattress was like, Mr. Dean, when we pull it out, that's how the mattress was. His body shape was in the mattress. Without him getting boring, he get one little boring on the sand, Mr. Dean. And his son wake him up, 3-year-old.
Well, he should have been in church that Sunday.
Yeah, I understand. Honestly speaking.
Yeah, he should have been open up.
But the neighbors, Jerry, Dexter, and all the guys around there, they was the one who come and assist.
And see, that's what we have to get back to, this community. That's what everyone's trying to force, to push. That's community based, that community spirit. You don't need to move out of your corner to have a good time, to feel good about life. Because there's some people have good jobs, are professional, they still live in these inner city committees.
I mean, we'll make some things happen.
And they make some things happen. So people want to see the same thing. But I implore those who used to live there to come back and invest in the community. Don't forget from whence you came.
Yeah, so urban North, you got to get them a fire extinguisher, you got the fire warning system,
No question about it.
And then now we get the small business to go in there. So all this is work in progress. You see, Mr. Dean?
Yes.
This is preventive measures that we put in place.
Everything is prevention. Prevention is wide.
Yes.
And so many different things. Prevention. So many things are prevention.
And I thank God for giving me the wisdom to get those fire extinguishers, because I really see what they would,
That was good.
That was good.
We want to commend you for that.
Yeah.
And I think
that building was gone.
That's something we have to spread throughout these communities, to look at every home, at least they have
neighbor have it. Yes. Because they come to me. The guys from came when they called me, and I was going to play basketball.
Yeah.
And one might say, "Don't go play basketball." Wow, awesome.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, people, this is get yourself involved. Numbers to call. You can call 461-7233. 461-7234 with 242 in the front, and 461-772 Small Business Center. Okay. You can also go on the website www.sbcbahamas.com, and you can also WhatsApp at 359-0626. I think urban renewal is the breach where we can reach a lot of people.
Oh, no, it's no question about it. I mean, we tell you all the stories. You know, I don't want to deviate too much from this topic, but it's about helping people in those communities. People's lives are being changed. You know, years ago when I see people now, they're doing so well.
A lot of houses being built.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. I've seen in my own, there's a lot of houses that are being built under the urban program. From my opinion.
I'm
glad I've been able to assist.
And hundreds of houses are being repaired. You know, we cannot repair everybody's home. Everybody wants something repaired. But I'm going to tell you, there are hundreds of things. People are getting help. The young people. I'm just to deviate into a program we did last year where we worked with some professionals in the medical field to get glasses. We get over 250 children tested, and we were able to identify.
I saw it. Yes.
25 of them needed glasses.
Yes, I saw them.
The parents didn't have to pay for it. Yes. We ensured that they got glasses. We got them ordered.
A few people got it around
that's what I'm saying to you. So that's what you want to do. You want to come back, and say how that life was changed. You want to change persons. You want to touch their lives. And so there's so many things, the marching band, the music scholarships, the music children. We're getting ready for music in another 2 weeks. We're going to bring 4 universities here, right there, the big church on East Street. That's where it's going to be. So any young person who graduated from school now looking for a scholarship and you have music, can play an instrument, get there, you can almost guarantee a scholarship to go away to school. And so opportunities for different
The sky is the limit. Just open your mind. Ask God to give you a vision, something that you'd like to do.
So this program is just a blessing in the sky. And I plead again, the persons to show up tomorrow at Edmund Moxie. Show up tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Show up tomorrow. Make a sacrifice tomorrow. Because one of the mandatory things, you must be in one of the training sessions. Mm-hmm. So the session tomorrow, they'll run you through a lot of things, and you'll get a jump start. Because the thing you're going on the computer trying to get registered, and they ain't waking, you'll get it fixed right down.
Yeah, so I mean, because sometimes it's be a little difficult on the computer, so you get it in hand.
And the reality, some of us might not have access to internet, might not have the means, but you can get it right there. So things can happen, brother.
Yes. Okay, we have a next caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on Inside the Inner City. Mr. Dean.
Good afternoon, Scrooge.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Venerable Stephen Dan.
Good afternoon, my brother.
And you still doing all the good work, man. I guess you be doing it until you go in the grave. You're a good man. You get to the country. Hey, but you know what? I keep it short this evening, Scrooge.
Yes, sir.
I want you all to do a grand check on Graham and Darren Ferguson, man. I am on the airways for a little while. I mean, I called Mr. Thompson show before last and asked him to do a grand check on Graham and Darren Ferguson, man.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Mr. Damon, I hear you on the radio tonight. Listen to you, I mean, only... You know, came to my mind, your boy, man, Bannister. You know, Bannister to call you, and I mean, you remember Bannister?
Yeah,
possibly.
I know.
Yeah, man. And then my mind going on Bremer, because Bremer to call all the time, and he always be saying, and...
But I want to stop in there. I saw him in church on Sunday. Sunday, he was at church. On Sunday, he walked into church.
Yeah, but, you know what I mean? He's here for a while, man.
Yeah.
He's in that community, your community is coaching, man.
Yes, no question.
You know? So we're going to check on Bremen, man.
All right, Mr. Dan said he saw him Sunday in the church.
Beg your pardon?
Mr. Dan said he saw him Sunday in the church.
Oh, okay. Contact Bremen call to talk to then.
Okay. Yeah. So again, 12th graders, those who have existing, who like to start a small business in the 12th grade, right? And those older school who would be interested or have a small business, you also could get yourself registered. So if you want to start a small business, or if you're interested, or you already have a small business, and you need some more information on how you could get the $5,000 grant to carry you in further with the proper training, we already give you the website number. You can look at the Small Business Development at the Office of the Prime Minister. You can check out the Urban Renewal Centers.
Yes.
This information is available. You could go online on your phone. You could walk to the office, any one of the Urban Renewal Centers. I even take when this registration is over, they set up the small business. They're available for you to get the grant. So it's not about just going to the training, but it's a requirement to go and get this particular training here. But then again, you still gonna have to go to training to get the $5,000. So when you do sign up for the small business development after this one here, because it's still a requirement because they want to properly train you. Because listen, imagine you have a business and next door is filth. You don't think you should clean that spot up if you have a business, if you have a restaurant or a little breakfast place? You think this just common sense. What some of the things could pop up in the conversation of you getting your training. You'd say, you know what, I can't leave it there. I need to clean it up because that could be a parking space for my customers. The rats wouldn't be there. No more flies. You wonder why a lot of flies run because you get a little dirty spot there. If you invest and think about more business minded about cleanliness and you was to remove that, you won't have none of these problems. Then you have a good avenue to have customers, and that's what we want. We want your business to expand. Again, females, this is a great opportunity for females go to school because you are just as the males. For young men, for guys out of prison, for persons who are not even in problem, just stagnated and you need something to do. You could go in the water business, you could open a water trailer, which makes a lot of money, man. There's so much different venture, you can go into. We get a next caller. Caller, go ahead. You're on Inside in the City. Caller, you there?
Hello.
Good night.
Hey, Scrooge, how you doing?
I'm fine.
That's your good buddy, Bucket Mountain Master Sparky, just passing, go slow, band heading west.
Hey, what's up, Spock?
Observing this beautiful country that we call the Commonwealth, where the wealthy ain't common. Hello?
Okay, Spock.
Scrooge.
Yes, sir.
You know something? I listen to you so much, but I don't know what they got against me when I try to cover. One thing I like about you, Scrooge, you allow people to voice their opinion. We don't use no obscenities or anything on your show or anytime. We might use obscenities on our WhatsApp and whatever it is on our cellular. But we respect the airwaves like you do.
Yes, sir.
And you allow people like Sparky to voice his opinion on things. When we talk about the parks and things in this country, and the people that have contracts to keep the park clean, Scrooge, you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Look, I hear him talking about these parks where they're not keeping clean, but people got contracts to clean the park.
No, Spock, we ain't having a conversation tonight. I want to do that to Mr. Dean. We talking about progress tonight and positive stuff. Mr. Spock, I don't want you to go to, that's a different topic, It's not about the park. We're talking about small business, how people can come and get themselves registered to vote. Register to get a small business. Okay, we ain't worrying about no park dirty or nothing. This is an opportunity to give people out there at risk people, those who want an opportunity, those who are small business, to be positive about it. We don't want to be distracting people, not wanting them to try. You know, that is not what this show is about. Today we're talking about how we can go and join the small business, to empower small business, get sign up, and how you can help yourself start a small business or even go further of creating a better opportunity, profit margin with your current business, you know, give you a better opportunity to push your business. You might need some products, but you don't have the funds. Might have an item you would like to add to your stock, but you don't have the money. So you could sign up to the Empower Small Business. So be encouraged, you know. We don't want no one to think negative or talk, but no. That's where we go wrong in the country, you know. I respect what you're saying, Sparky, but sometimes, you know, it ain't called for, you know. I'm a mature young gentleman. You wonder why I'm this way and why people don't curse on the show and stuff, because I represent. I was one of the voice of the voice. And I had, you understand, I was one of the voice of the voice. No one could have beat me cursing. No one could have beat me jumping into people's face and don't have respect for people. You know what I get to learn? That was not called for, and I changed all that, and my life became better. I could communicate better with people. People loved to be around me. People loved to work with me. You understand? My life changed. You know, I find a purpose. I find what it is to be living. You know, I could go places and sit down and just feel relaxed. No, not looking over my shoulder, because I made the right choice. The first choices I made when I was being disrespectful, always negative, never positive. When I started to become positive, man, everything changed. Everything changed with my life. And I've been able to help so many people in my life, and I'm proud of that. That's what makes me happy. Laughter and happiness on other people's face. So we have to be positive. You know, never negative.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know, you gotta have this positive mind, and you know, we can say so much wrong, you know, and you know, sometimes when you travel, I have the opportunity to travel around the world, and there's no place like this place.
No, sir.
There's no place like
No,
the
sir.
Bahamas.
No,
There's
sir.
no place. Yeah, we have our shortcomings, but there's no place like the Bahamas.
No, sir.
That's why people want to be here. They love the Bahamas. They respect us, and so we sometimes we be our worst enemies, you know, by castigating how bad it is, how wasted it is. Yeah, there's some things,
Yes,
but you can make a difference.
Yes, you can make a difference.
You can make a difference.
It can make a difference.
Yes.
I feel that we should be more positive than negative, you know. Yes, we have some negative stuff, a lot of negative stuff going on in the country, but that don't mean we have to stay negative. This is a positive stuff, because how many people this program is going to reach? Has already reached over $90 million
people
as investment. You can't fight that down. We don't know who those people are, but they are being successful. I've seen it on the TV. I was seeing it. That's why I'm not going to say 90 million unless I've read it.
And
you know, that can't be friend. People might say this is a particular party. No, that's the different variety of people who applied. You know, everyone who applied, it's for every BM, and it's not for no IFM, it's not for no PLP. It's for everybody in the country who wants to be a part of it. You understand? And that's key. It's a national program.
Let me just say to these people at the Small Business Center, Blair Evans, Eureka Smith, Christopher Caltolino, and Miracle Thompson, these persons, you know, their names worthy of being called, you know, along with our staff members, like I said. But we must commend the people, because we could be castigated. You know, we say some people in government ain't doing nothing, this one ain't doing that. But some people go to work every day to help. These are professionals who go to work every day. They work. This is not a 9-to-5 things they're doing. They're working in the evening. They're holding sessions tomorrow. They're holding sessions in the evenings. So this is the sacrifice that we do make. So I just ask us to support our people sometimes. Sometimes we knock our people.
Yeah,
Maybe one or two bad apples are there.
Yes.
But we knock everybody. This is a good place to be. The Bahamas is a good place. And this is an opportunity now for entrepreneurship. You could have your business. You can travel. This can cost you to do some things. You can get a good living after this.
Yeah. You know, you could open a tire shop now. It has to be in the right location now. Not every business is fit for the community now. You have to figure out what's fit for the community now. You could show up a barber shop on one of the spots, but you know, certain things like a mechanic shop, you're gonna have to find a specific spot to put it. Now, if it fit that particular community, you could do it. You understand what I'm saying? It has to be on an agreement with the residents of that community. There's some.
Yes, and I think this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen with this. They will give you guidance. So when you prepare your proposal, they may give you another. Maybe you need to take a look at this.
Yes.
Maybe take a look at that. And when you talk about these strategic business, and something we did in urban renewal last year,
Yes, sir.
we went and identified at the behest of our minister Keith Bell,
Yes, sir.
to look at where all these liquor street locations are popped up.
Yes.
Liquor license places. And we were able to take that, and he was able to make it different, take it to Parliament to cause the laws to be changed.
No church.
Yes, that before you open a business now,
Yeah.
you must go through, and the residents have a say
Yes.
in the areas now.
Yes.
So one time ago, it used to be that way.
Yeah.
But so now people must determine that I don't think we should have alcohol right here.
Yes.
We shouldn't have that.
Yes.
3 and 4, 5 and 6.
Yes.
As the case may be.
Yes.
So I think some good things can be
Yeah.
happening.
So that's what.
And I just want to throw in, we just came out of a urban renewal partnership with the communities. Over almost 200 people, we ran a suicide prevention workshop.
Well, you can see that side.
Yeah, so we were able to educate some people through the Bahamas Psychological Association.
I was reading it.
Yeah, man. We had it was a wonderful thing that was done, and I'm telling you, people's lives were touched. You heard the testimonials. So it's all these type of things that we are doing. We are not trying to run any program. We are partnered with you. If you have an organization and if you're doing something, we want to partner with you to help you build your organization.
Because it's a plus.
And that's what's happening now with the Small Business Development Center. They want to help you build. They don't want to build it for you. They want to help you build.
Give you some advice.
Yes, give you an advice.
Some strategy.
Ordinarily, you have to pay professional for this advice, what you're getting here now.
Yes.
This is free. And the government is making this open for the people, bringing the services. It comes back to bringing the services
to the people.
To the people. It reminds me when urban renewal was first created. The idea with urban renewal that people don't have to go far for social services. They have to go far for this agency. They get to come right into the community, and it's community based.
I think urban renewal is going to be stronger. You think it's going to be stronger?
It's going to be stronger because what important planning that we got last year, we was able to got an authority now. Urban now is an authority, so that gives you more room to stretch,
more resources now,
and to do things. You can raise funds now. You can do things. It's so much. It's now the door is wide open, but as we develop it, we in our infancy stages now, and some positive things are going to happen now. So staff is getting in-house training. It's just so much things that happen. People are getting help. People are looking. Organizations are coming. Churches are coming. How could we help? And we say, hey, church, you have a feeding program going there. Partner with us. We don't need to be cooking food. If you're cooking food already, we'll help you. We might give you a little stipend. We might help you along that line.
Makes sense.
To partner, to build it. Because if I try to feed somebody, we feeding the same people.
Yes.
Why don't we get together and do things together,
It makes sense. It makes sense. So,
yeah.
So partners you want to be a part of health development. Like I said, it'd be great. You get a fire extinguisher program. You get a fire system warning inside houses and stuff like that. Teach people about fire. Teach the kids about fire prevention, how to get out, who to call. We need to bring the numbers to the house and stuff like that. What number to call if you see a fire, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because we have these problems in the community. Like I said, I was so, Mr. Dean, I was so parried.
Yeah.
I was there. I tell you, when I go into that door, all I see is fire.
And I think that's a story you need to continue to tell, because it's so powerful when you begin to talk with the fire extinguishers, because a lot of people don't have no fire extinguisher. A lot of people don't have smoke detectors. And sometimes, in some cases, who can afford them, they're not cost effective. You could get them.
Yes.
But prevention, we get the home, but we don't think about prevention.
Yes.
We don't think about prevention. So prevention must go in every sphere, all around. So, my brother, I want to commend you for the outstanding job you're doing. I'm always proud of you. Sometimes I listen to you. And, I'm always proud of you.
Yes, sir.
And, I'll always sing your praises.
Yes,
nobody can tell me nothing about you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I say you're a living example, an example of change, what can happen, what the system works. And, because sometimes people didn't give you opportunity.
Yes.
From where you came, you could have never write a script or dream you to be on Guardian Radio running a show.
No,
Not
sir.
you.
No, sir. I got an opportunity. When I got invited to the Atlantic Ball.
Yes.
I I got invited to the Atlantic Ball. Asking for funds for the community center that
I remember.
Assist me to build through Lewis Street. We have 3 now.
Yeah.
We on our third one now.
You push it.
Right? And the owner of this prestigious station
Yeah,
heard me.
Yes.
And they said that they'd like for me to come and speak about the inner city.
Yeah, man, you're good. I
You
mean,
know?
I can tell you being a blessing to a lot of people. Blessing. People are listening to you. Like you said, people in prison listening to you. People are all around the place
Yes.
listening. I'm sure you get the testimony when you walk in the food store. When
Oh,
you walk
everywhere,
in, people are
everywhere, everywhere.
You know?
Everywhere.
So when they talk about change, tell them, look at you.
Yes, sir.
Look at me. Look at you. It's
Yes, sir.
change.
Yes,
But brother,
sir.
so thank you very much for this opportunity. And from time to time, everyone will take advantage to come on your show.
Most
to talk
definitely.
about some things.
Because it's inside the inner city. This is a show for you guys because the programs.
We're
you
gonna
guys,
come.
man.
We're gonna come. Our team is gonna come. I'm gonna make sure they come here. We can have a good chat
Yes.
and stretch this, and we can give you an update of what's happening here too.
Yes.
With this program, to let you know. And there's still hope.
And maybe in the near future, as things progress, if everything goes well, we'd have our home repair for that complete community. If we have six houses now, we could save on Mr. Dean. We have 6 houses now.
We'll talk about some things.
And stuff like that. And then we go,
we'll have a chat.
Where we have guys on the ground.
Yes,
You understand?
But we want to help the fella in the city. We
Yes.
want him to be doing the work. We don't want to bring nobody in there to be doing the work.
Those same stagnated guys on the streets right there, they can get their small
And
business
see,
right
this,
there.
this is what it's all about too. That little small fella might can't be a big contractor to build Atlantis or
There-
build one.
there you go.
But he could help.
Build the bathroom in that room, that bathroom what needs to build. Get the contract from Urban
Yeah, you got it.
Could pass it to
You
me,
got
could
it.
pass
You
it to
got
them,
it.
and they could do it. So
You got the
trickle
message.
down effect.
You got the message.
Yes,
So thank you, brother, and continue to do well.
Thank you very much. To Samana Road, the Office of the Prime Minister, the Inland Power Small Business. I'd just like to say a great initiative to all the listeners. You can see what's going on for you guys. Tell your children, encourage those who live in school to go and sign up and be a part of the change. I want to thank you, Mr. Dean, again. Thank you very much, sir. You did wonderful tonight. Mr. Dean is leaving, and I hope that you guys got a lot of wonderful information here tonight. Such a wonderful show. The program is there for you guys. Okay? It's up to you guys. Be creative. And you never know what can conspire of you just trying. Again, I'd like to thank Stephen Dean. He's leaving the studio. Samantha Roll on a job. Well, like I say, me and Samantha go back from 2012, 2013. And ever since, we've been working together. And I was very, very appreciative when she invited me to come to the opening of the small business, Empower Small Business, Nassau Village last week, along with Stephen Dean. In attendance was Debbie Bartlett, Utah Jazz, and many other persons who were of importance were there for the great initiative. Yeah, great. Also like to give a shout out to Mark Toinquest. Mark Toinquest is one who has been pushing the small business development for many, many years. He does the same thing that the Office of the Prime Minister does when it comes to helping you draft your business license and the important information that is required and how to go about getting it. Mark Toinquest has been doing that for over 20 plus years. And besides the small business development, there's people out there who would like to get signed up for their small business as well. You can check with Mark Toinquest as well, okay? He normally by the Cancer Society. You could find him on Facebook. His store is situated on Robinson Road, across from the Wash House. You can go downstairs and Mark Toinquest is right there. He's a small business consultant. He has been pushing it longer than me. And I understand the importance of pushing the small business. Small business can change the economy of the inner city community. That's why Mr. Dean was stating that the focus is in Angliston, Camp Road, Fort Charlotte, the Grove, and the inner city community, because that's where the volume of people are who are out of work. Many of them cannot work because they have criminal records. This is a great opportunity for you guys to go and sign up for this program. and you probably can start your own small business. And for many existing businesses in the community and around the country who live in the inner city community, you also could get a $5,000 grant and maybe even more to assist you. So if you have a small business and you might not be making the right set of profit, or you need a little jump, this can be an opportunity for your jump. Okay? I think I get a message. Let me see if I can read this. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. It says, yeah. Okay, sorry. My bad. But anyway, it's a great opportunity to take advantage. Whew, that is a lot. So most people out there, let me just say this. Take a look at this. Remember I talked about the Chinese a little earlier. So let me just piggyback on that. Why I said that is because the Chinese are situated in the inner city community, and they sell a variety of different products. And each one of us goes there. Now, we are all poor, right? But I mean poor, you know. Some of us ain't have no $50,000, $20,000. Some of us just living from paycheck to paycheck. So we consider ourselves poor. Some of us are doing a little better than others, you know. But combined together, when we go to a particular store, to the Chinese, and someone spends $1, someone spends 20, someone spends 50, someone spends 25 cents buying a candy, someone spends $2 buying a soda, someone goes in the store, buys a barcode, buys a cigarette, buys meat. What happens is the volume of customers that come for each item in the store creates an economy for the Chinese. Okay? So what I'm saying is this. If many of us were to start small businesses, right, on items that are in the Chinese, you could buy them wholesale from the Chinese, and then you could sell them retail. Because with wholesale, you get a better profit margin. You understand? So like, I was watching this. That's why I praise people like the Haitian nationals and the Chinese, because how they utilize their profit. I would watch many Haitian nationals or Haitian Bahamian who have been living here for a very long time, and they have their little restaurant or breakfast place. So you know what they do? I would watch them going to Chinese, and they would buy like a sack of rice, right? A case of turkey, right? And then I had a friend who I would go by, you know, because I used to like the turkey and rice, because it tastes very good. And when I would go there, they would have the sack of rice, you know, so I'm right there watching, and they would have this cup, you know, like the Earl cup back in the day, like, you know, when our grandparents used to send us to get the Earl, and we would take the Earl cup and we put it inside the cup, and we'd say, well, this is a quart, you know, pour it out. Same thing. So they would get this, this lady had this cup, and she would go in a sack of rice, right? And she would go and she would budget this rice, and she would go in and she'd take like that, and she'd put in the hot water. So I really watch it. Man, they look, that pot full of rice. Right? Now, this is a sack of rice. And you don't believe it, she ain't even touched the rice because she budgeted the rice. Okay? Now, if she just going to pour the rice in the pot, she would have wasted the rice. And she budgeted that. So I watch you do the turkey. So I said, hold on now. These people budgeting everything. So if she bought a sack of rice for one at $50, $49, watch this now. She could use a couple pieces of turkey. And I'm telling you, these plates, them big. I mean, these plates, the turkey in abundance, the rice in abundance, and food tastes good. All right? I say she take 3 spoons of rice, plate full. She go on, she do the turkey, right? Because I watch her do the turkey. She only take a couple pieces of turkey, and she cut the turkey up nice and nice and small, So it could budget. And I mean, the way she budgeted people is like she didn't even touch that case of turkey. And she actually do 1 pot of white rice, 1 pot of turkey, along with some vegetable. And listen to me, her plates was like stuff up like this. You three, 4 of us could eat out her plate. And guess how much her plate cost? $6. But what I'm trying to explain to you is how she budgeted. So that's why the training comes in so important. She budgeted that. So every time she take up that spoon of rice, she give you plenty food, and then she go do the turkey and she budgeted it. And trust me, she must make in that hour I was there. She must make at least but $200 to $300 while I was there. And when I look in the pot, ain't nothing missing out the pot. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's how she do it. She budget everything and she give you big plate. So at the end of the day, if she go into the store and she buy that sack of rice for $49, she didn't make her money out of that 1 pot of rice and that couple piece of turkey she take or the case of turkey. She didn't make her money. She didn't make over $100. So she could go back and buy the next sack of rice and the next sack of turkey, and she still get, see, 3 sack of rice, three quarters of rice, and with 3/4 of turkey, still there. You understand? So she make more than she spend. You understand? So if we were to do the same thing, and we start small businesses around the community, where someone could be selling soda, could be selling water, and we were able to come up with creative ideas in the community where we could stop and shop to one another in the community, we would not crumple the economy, no. We would not crumple the economy, no, but we would spread the wealth through the community. Okay, and that's the whole idea about starting small businesses in this country. That's why it's so important to get yourself involved. Because the price of living and the cost of living is getting very expensive in the country. And you cannot just be a consumer. All right? You have to have money coming in. Why is you spending? You can imagine you make $1,000 a week and all you're doing is paying bills, light bill, water bill, gas bill. And then you have to go from paycheck to paycheck. You need income coming in. That's why some people would have a job and they would have their small business because they have income coming in. So when they spend, they have their business to make up the slack so they can be able to survive in this time. Listen to me, people. If you ain't got no type of business or have a good paying job to turn into a small business, you're going to suffer because the cost of living is getting very expensive in the world. And we see what's going on in Cuba, how the President of the United States is using strategy because they are involved in Iran and Russia. He is punishing them people. He has denied them access to oil. Now their electric has gone off. Okay? So we have to prepare ourselves as well because you never know this could happen to us as well. So we have to be self-sustainable. So we have to utilize the family and we have to get in the goat business, the sheep business, the cow business, because we have to be self-sustainable. Okay? We have to be able to grow our own fruits. Let me ask you a question right now. If the oil and gas supply was cut off right now in this country, what you're going to do? How are you going to survive? Because these things can't happen, the same thing was happening in Cuba. The Prime Minister, Donald Trump, is using a different tactic of war. Like I tell you, war comes. You don't have to shoot missiles or shoot bombs or send people with a gun. There's tariffs, there's blockades. Okay, what he is doing now to Cuba, and he's starving Cuba. Basically, if you don't do what I say, he's starving you. He don't care how people, children suffering, dying. He don't care. Okay? So we have to take a look at these things. Okay? And put ourselves in a position where we can be self-sustainable, people. You better take a look at what's going on in the world. We have to be able to make ourselves self-sustainable. Okay? He's starving those people. And if you don't do what he say, he'll do the same thing to us. So we got to make ourselves self-sustainable. Get in the cattle business, that's the cow. Get in the sheep business, get in the goat business, get in the fishing business, get in the horticulture business. Okay. You understand? So when there's food shortage, we have them on the family islands. That could be any one of you guys who will be creative in Andres, Cat Island. You know, those islands could turn into a cow farm, a sheep farm, like Auckland's get sheep. You know, Andres get pig and etc. We have to be able to be self-sufficient. So when the world turns its back on us, we can survive. If there's no gas right now, you know what I can do? Let me tell you how I can survive. I know about wood. I know about the tire, but on the car rim, I know about those stuff. So I'm not gonna worry with no gas. You understand? I'm gonna be self-sustainable. Okay? These are ways we gotta think, people. All right? Yeah. So we ought to be self-sustainable. And I encourage, again, to the general public and those coming to school, be creative. Family Island has a lot of resources. They are undeveloped. You could go with your idea on the Family Island and turn your business, hey, into a company, you know. I don't know what it is that you can do, but I know that our island is undeveloped. And if you go with a good business idea, you might could open your own resort. You can might build A, B, and B. You know, there's so much potential out there. They're undeveloped. Be creative. You might want to build a lodge. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to encourage you that you can be what you want to be. And with this opportunity, you could take it to the next level. Okay? And for those who might be frustrated on going through the process, again, they will be at the Urban Renewal Center, and they carry you step by step. All right? And it might be a little up and down, but they're saying that they are going to make it easier for you to do business, to start your small business or to enhance your small business. So I want to say thanks to Samana Roll. She was not able to make it here tonight, but we had Mr. Stephen Dean, managing director at the Urban Renewal Center, along with Erica Smith from the Office of the Prime Minister. I want to say thanks to the entire staff at the Office of the Prime Minister, also some of the directors at the Urban Renewal Center. I'd like to thank Stephen Dean for also coming on the show tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. And again, encouragement. All right? Encouragement. Go to the centers and check. The money is there for you guys. Go through the procedure and see how best you could be constructive to help start your own small business. Females, like I say, you're good with your hands, you're good at braiding hair, you could paint nails, you might be good at cooking, you might come up with a hot dog stand, or some creative. Go for it, all right? Go for it, all right? Be encouraged, okay? I want to say thanks to, again, Mr. Stephen Dean and Samana Roll, who is not here today, for this wonderful, wonderful initiative that is that has been helping so many. 90 million has been spent. And again, be encouraged. And I hope you enjoyed the show. So I'll see you next week on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. I'm Valentino Brown, a.k.a. Scrooge or Scoochie, host of the talk show Inside the Inner City that premieres every Friday at 6:30 to 8 p.m. See you next week if God spare life. Get yourself involved. All right? Empower small business. Bahamas. Get yourself involved. All y'all who coming to the school and those who want to start a new chapter in their life. Those who have a police record and you can't find a job. Use this opportunity to help start your own small business. You might want to be a taxi driver and all, you know? Taxi drivers make $80,000, $90,000 a year. Okay? So think about that. All right? So I'll see you next week. God spell life.
Right between West and Augusta, where them two roads meet, they call it Wilkinson Street. Manners and respect was like a sign blank check. It seems the ones that coming after quick to disrespect. You see, this life in the ghetto never easy. So many hungry days break till it grieve me. But I doing the best I can, trying to turn my dollar to 100 grand. I represent the ghetto people I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up in town, bro. Where I from in town, bro. Don't take no back talk, no bribe or no joke. If you find fire, you definitely find smoke in town, bro. Where I from in town, bro. In town, I say up and running. Caliban say my show boy don't ever give in. 7 years of farming, watch the crops them coming. True they see a humble thing, the lion sleeping. But they hating for no reason. Only God that I believe in, living. Watch them only pass through for a season. Cutlass, I gon' weed them. I represent